Alright, good morning. Let me pull some stuff up here. So, we're continuing our kind of climb back up. Created a massive fair value gap here on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, on the 15-minute, on this big drop on the 18th. So kind of just climbing our way back into that. I have yesterday's high, or not yesterday, Tuesday's high and low marked on this chart. I also have some areas to watch above and below. We're in the middle of that range, so probably not trading the middle of the range. Probably wait for us to pull back or come up. Kind of broke out of a big resistance down here. This resistance here broke out, moved up. Yeah, haven't quite made our way up to this next resistant level. We have that. Is that even pre-market? It's not even pre-market. That's after hours. So we'll mark the pre-market highs and lows. Let's do that now. Pre-market low right here. That's an easy one to put on. I'll highlight that in yellow. Okay. And then pre-market highs somewhere. AM, and here. I don't really love that. I'm gonna put it like in here. This help differentiate it between that EMA. I have that same color EMA here, so. Broke above the EMA, trying that pre-market high. Got a fair value gap up here on the 15-minute. Kind of equal highs in the pre-market. Perhaps a little breakout, fill that fair value gap. Maybe test Tuesday's high. Let's see if there's any news today. What's up, dude? been a little bit. How you been? You have a good Christmas? Nice. Yeah. Oh, well, what's up, dude? I figure they'll probably have one. Hmm. It's still kind of pricey. Yeah. All right. It's been going alright. I Tuesday had my first like real loss on this account, so it set me back a little bit, but we're doing alright. We're still right at like 1,000 profit. Yeah, I was at like 50. I was at like 1,400. I was nearly halfway there, and I had like a $400 losing day. I took a loss. It wasn't too bad. What's up? Yeah, yeah. Well, it was two. It was one loss that wasn't terrible. It wasn't the best trade, but I was okay with it. And then I came back later in the day and took. It was with really small size, but I took kind of a stupid trade later in the day that added to it, which is what I'm more upset about. Um, no, I mean like I came back a few hours after that first trade and took another trade. I only took it with two contracts, but it was a losing trade. That's what I'm saying. It added to the loss, made it bigger than it needed to be, which was frustrating. $3,000. Yeah, so I'm about a third of the way there right now. But like I didn't trade it all. Or I guess that was on Monday because I didn't trade on Tuesday, the half day. Like 3 to 400. Yeah, and then my losses are usually less than 300, like in the 200s. So that's kind of where I was at. I had a loss that was like below 300, but then I took another trade, and that brought it up to like 400. So that's yeah. I just try to keep my losses like below 300 and wins above 300, kind of. But I don't necessarily have like the exact same risk or reward every single trade. It's based more off like charts. I try to keep it the same, but I just basically try to always keep my risk to reward at the very least like a 1 to 1, but ideally more than that. What's your son's name? What's going on, Eli? Hi, Eli. Merry Christmas, Eli. Hi there. Merry Christmas. That's adorable. You just been busy with work and stuff? Yeah, I'm in Alaska with my family for another like 4 days. Damn. Very nice. Okay. You know, go to Disneyland or do anything like that? Universal? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I went to Kennedy Space Center a few years ago. It's super cool. So cool, dude. You get to walk around all the old rockets and stuff. That's, yeah, that's great, dude. I went as like a 18-year-old and I love that. That's cool, man. Definitely. There's one where there's like a big hangar and they have a Saturn V rocket like on its side, just like laying down and you can walk along it and it's so crazy. Just the size of it and thinking about like the engineering, like the people who designed every little bit of it. So crazy. Then you think about like the crazy bastards that are willing to get inside that and like just sit inside a giant rocket and shoot into space. That's the craziest thing. These people are different. I think it's cool, but like if I face the reality of actually like strapping to a rocket and shooting into space, that's so scary. But that's awesome, man. That's great. I'd love to go back sometime. I have my family in like Daytona Beach area, so it's pretty close to Orlando and pretty close to like Kennedy Space Center stuff. It's just north of it. We were able to watch a few of the shuttle launches from like Daytona Beach when they were still doing that, which is pretty sweet. I think now they launch rockets pretty regularly with SpaceX there. Well, we broke above pre-market high on in Q, and I kind of like it above pre-market high. We have like a fair value gap up above it, and we have Tuesday's high up above it. So I think if it can break and hold, it wants to head a little higher. So I kind of like that, but I'm not seeing any entry right now. It's like it broke above, but not looking super strong. Yeah, I spent like 8 hours over the weekend watching some ICT videos. Pretty interesting. I'm not necessarily well. I'm not necessarily trading ICT concepts, but I just wanted to kind of learn more about it. Very interesting. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. His concepts just boil down to uh, like where's liquidity, uh, where does the market want to move to be able to like grab liquidity before it can make another move, where there are imbalances in the market through things like fair value gaps. But I don't know, it's pretty interesting. I liked watching it, but I'm not sure I'm gonna necessarily implement that entirely. Well, I think it's valuable to learn. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Yeah, I was a little because I had a loss last day I traded. I just didn't want to get into like the habit of being like, oh, as soon as I take a loss, I need to change my strategy or like do something completely different. And then or you just take a trade that's not great. In my case, it's just like I just took a trade I probably shouldn't have. I should have waited for more confirmation. I didn't. But no, I just want to learn more about like liquidity and how that drives markets and everything because I think that's pretty valuable as well. Even if you don't necessarily trade off of it, but just like having an idea of where things kind of want to go or might head to grab liquidity. But he's crazy, dude. He doesn't trade with anything. No indicators, no volume. He doesn't use anything. Yeah, just pure price action. He doesn't even use volume. Yeah, he basically said he's like I don't care if you use indicators. Like they all. He basically said like yeah they can show you some things, but his point is like if you know what I know, you don't even need that. Like you can just read it right off the chart yourself. All right, fair enough. Yeah, yeah, it's been interesting. I know Fooley's been kind of picking it up and watching it a lot. So it'll be saying, oh, there's an SMT over here below the fair value gap on the 50% retracement. Okay. But now I understand a little bit more after watching those videos. I kind of see what he's looking at. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I found I do pretty well outside of like, because I was just on a winning streak of like 6 trades in a row or something. I took a loss. And that's the part for me. Like, I didn't go on tilt or anything, but I did come back later in the day and try to take another trade. So it's like, that's definitely my weakness with trading is like accepting and getting over losses quickly, which is actually kind of perfect timing that we had the holidays because it forced me to take like 2 days off, and now I feel like I'm kind of separated from it. But yeah, I've definitely found some recent success with trading. I just need to be consistent, and then when losses inevitably do occur, I need to just handle it. Yeah, and not make it bigger than it is. You know, if I have a $200 loss, like so what? I can make that back in one trade. But if I just keep trying to like get my money back and taking ill-advised trades, and then that becomes a $400 loss, and it's like, well, all right, that still it's not terrible, but it's more than what I want it to be. For sure. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like I saw that balance. I was halfway to a funded account, and now I'm like back to a third of the way. And it's like probably should just not even pay attention to it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, I just have to like remind myself, especially with this like prop firm account. It's like, yeah, I saw my balance go from like 1,400 up like 1,000. It's like I just have to remind myself, like, well, it's still 1,000 above where I started. You know, even though it's not as much as I just had the day before, it's still quite a bit higher than where I started. I'm still, all things considered, still doing all right, but it is hard. You gotta, yeah, you gotta. That's a hard one because I definitely do some like negative speak, but at the same time, there's yeah, there's proponents of yeah, or just yeah, you can accept a mistake, but you don't have to be like I'm terrible because I made a mistake or whatever, you know, or I'm dumb because I made a mistake. It's like just be like, no, that's gonna happen. I just try not to make that same thing happen. Yeah, but it's tough, man. Trading's one of the hardest like psychological things I've done. Even just like the psychological and then like the patience and yeah, it's just dealing with losses, being patient, all that good stuff. Crazy. Hmm. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Everybody just hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Nobody land yet. I'm stressed out. Wait your turn. Abort. Get out of there. Hey guys, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. Just never come back. Not now, because I'm just trading off a single laptop, but I think I may, once I get set up at my new spot, I might Start charting ES as well and watching ES and NQ. I know, it's blasphemous. It's blasphemous. I need to learn how to trade ES in terms of like how many contracts, what size would I aim for. I feel like I've kind of I've traded NQ enough that like in terms of like my average take profits, I kind of know generally like how much I can expect out of a move. But yes, I'm not there. Yeah. Yeah. I know, that's what I was saying. I was like, it's kind of holding it, but it also looks weak. Like the 5 minute didn't really seem very convincing, and just fell out of the sky. Kind of wish I grabbed a short, but now it's moving. Crazy. Down towards that pre-market low. Jeez. Is ES doing this? Yeah, ES is doing it. Dropping like a rock. Freaking latex. Yeah, I'd imagine they do around this time of year. That just sucks. Did you ever figure out more about that? Like, do you know what happened? Hmm. Crazy. Damn, man. Yeah. No. Because Tuesday is the 31st, so I think you get Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. I think so. Monday, Tuesday, and then it's the next year. Might not be. Holy shit, this bounce is crazy. My trade of 8 like keeps freezing. I'm gonna try a short here. think it's just gonna kind of be rangy, so I'm gonna try to take it at the top of this range and see if I can't pull it down a bit. I'm not even. Yeah, just a little above it. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if it Yeah, I was going off the 2-minute as well, because the 2-minute came up and tested the 200 EMA and rejected pretty good, so if it breaks above, I'm out. Maybe should have waited for this 5-minute to close. It kind of looks like it wants to go up here, though. It's not really giving me the drop that I was hoping for. Yeah, it's probably gonna stop me out here. Well, maybe not. Got really close. I want to see a weak close on this candle, though, please. That'd be nice. I don't feel too confident about it. What was that? Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, the mic sounds way different. Alright, man, have a good one. Take care. Damn. Got stopped out. Alright, probably should have waited for that 5-minute to close. I don't know, though. It's not a bad close. And now it's still looking good. Alright, we're gonna try it again. I'm gonna bring this down to here. Bring this down to here. Maybe a little foolish to take that same trade twice, but we'll try it. tray vape keeps freezing, which I do not love. Let's see us break that little low. Now come down here and fill that fair value gap. Poor favor. Put that right at the fill of that fair value gap. Maybe move these down just a little bit. Give myself a little less risk. I feel like it should come down here. Yeah, once that liquidity, does it not? Yes, it does. Oh my, like 10 more points. Please do it. I'll move stop into break even. Once it hits the first take profit, move stop to break even. If it does, it should. Looks nice and heavy. Let me put this near the low a day. Just see if we can't get it. If this fills, shoot for the stars, huh? Alright, at least towards pre-market low. We'll put a little bit above pre-market low. We'll do 98. Why not? Now drop down and give me that fill. It's so close. Take, yeah, I don't know if it worked. Let's take 2 more here. I'll put this up here and just leave that 2 at the bottom here and see if we can't blast a little early win on the way to the full win. Should get us there. just do, just take out that little low, which I feel like it wants to do, especially if the move down was more aggressive, which it seems to be. Come on now. Don't do me like that. Just sweep these, come on. It's been so close. Don't hold. Sweep that low, fill the fair value gap. I hate that 2-minute candle. What is it doing? There you go. It's gotten extremely close to hitting that take profit. I really would not mind it at all. Actually, I'll move both of those there, because if I could take 7 off at like 30 points, that's huge. And with a loss already on the dead, don't really want to put a ton of risk on. It just needs to sweep that little low. It wants to do it. Look at it. Just do it. Got the fair value gap below. Just take a little dip into it. That's all I'm saying. Just take a little dip. Just a little dip into that gap, baby. Hit that liquidity. I know you want it. Just do it. It wants it so bad. this the 2-minute candle it's going to deliver? Por favor. I don't understand how it's not doing it. It's actually kind of crazy. So I take it there. I'm really not stoked on that. What the fuck? Now it's gonna drop. What is it doing? Why is it not trying to hit that fair value gap? It stopped right above it. The way it's holding it's making me a little nervous if I got out. Do have these relative equal highs here, and maybe wants to sweep that. Because this is pretty jagged. It swept that liquidity. Let's not come up here and hit these, I'm guessing. Especially because it does not want to fill that fair value gap. It just is defending it. That's crazy. It stopped me out right before that huge drop. Look at that. That's garbage. Stopped me out right there and then dropped. When did I enter? I entered here. Kind of a shit entry. Should have entered there. Yeah, it's definitely going to go up. I think once those relative equal highs. Excuse me. Shit just froze. What's going on? What is going on? Why is my thing frozen? Looks like it's trying to hold that EMA 200. I mean, all of them are really coiled up right there in the pre-market high. I think it wants to sweep these equal highs right there. And then there's that fair value gap here as well. So it looks like liquidity wants to draw it up here, which is kind of what my thought was in the morning until we rejected so hard here. I want to try a long. Place this below here. I want to take my first take profit. $22 is what it was at 30. We'll leave the take profit as is for now, and then we'll see if we can't get a push. I think it wants to sweep these highs and then continue up into this fair value gap, but I could be wrong. It's also kind of right at this level, so maybe it doesn't love that and rejects. Who knows? I don't love the entry. If we do get a little pop, I might just take it because, like I said, I don't love the entry. I don't have such a solid goal to hit that price target there. I still feel like we do sweep these highs and pull liquidity pulls higher, but it's not something that I'm like feeling a trillion% confident on. I would like to just see a move up. If we can clear that high, then I'll move stop loss into break even and then just let it run. I think that should be fine. If it's capable of doing that, I don't know. Because now it's starting to struggle. I like the come down the hold of the EMAs and the pre-market high. I like that. That's why I entered. And that 5-minute close as well. And yeah, like I said, we have kind of those equal highs and then the fair value gap above, so it seems like liquidity would be above us. But now it doesn't seem like it has the follow through. And last time it got up here, it was kind of weak, so. We'll see if we get a little push. Ideally, we do. I really want to see it sweep this high, and then I'd feel good about it. But up to this point, pretty much as soon as I entered this, it hasn't really looked too strong. It's just sitting right in my entry. Can't say I love it. This might be more of a rangy day. I don't know if we'll actually get that follow through. The volume's kind of dropped off. I like the volume on the move up. I like the 5-minute close. Holding the EMAs, the pre-market high. We actually hadn't closed above this point, so everything looked alright. That's not a terrible close, but I'd like to see a wider spread on that candle body. I want to see us actually make a move to the upside. The hold is good, but I want to see a move to the upside, not the downside, the upside. I want to sweep those highs. We have equal highs on the 15-minute and 5-minute and whatever time frame you're on. But here it's looking like we're going to reject off this area instead of making a move higher. Get another rejection apparently. Unless we can hold this I'm going to put it just a few points lower because I want to have that EMA to back me up. It's only a 20-point take profit, but yeah, I'm not sure where I even get what I want here. I also have this fair value gap here. We'll see. If I can get 20 points, I'd be happy with it. Maybe a small win on the day, but a win nonetheless. Whoa. That's not what I was trying to do. No, I like that. If we can get a push higher, I like that. Held that pre-market high. If we can break this little high and then sweep that, why not, huh? There we go. Now sweep the high. Make that move. That's not too much to ask for. It wants it. It wants the liquidity. Come on, do it. It didn't hit my trade down here. It got so close to filling me and didn't, so it'd be a bummer if it did the exact same thing above as well. But I have faith. All I need is a little bit of belief, baby. Like 5 points to the upside. Sweep that high, let me put my runner to break even, and then we're set. It didn't play out in my other trade. Just let this play out, please. Be nice to me. There it is. Alright, sweet. We can put this to break even. Let it run. Alright, we're up on the day. I'm happy about it. Took a silly loss. Took a win to make us slightly positive on the day, but it was a really small positive. So I wanted just a little something to get us up. kind of skeptical that that runner's gonna hit take profit. I feel like I might get stopped out here. Seems likely. But it did happen, right? We got the sweep of the pre-market low, and then just moved up. And then I was looking at where else would it want liquidity, right? And then we had this equal high here. So really, the entry should have been down in here. That would have been beautiful. Entry down in here, look for about high day. Oh my goodness, it's like 80 points. But trying to combine volume price analysis with some ICT, just trying to understand liquidity, where price wants to go, and then use volume price analysis to kind of identify a good entry for those spots, and then use that as ICT concepts for targets and ideas of where price wants to ultimately end up. Got a ways to go, but I think it could really improve profitability and getting some bigger targets. And there's my runner. All right, so on the day we're up a little over 200, and I will gladly take that. Gladly, gladly, gladly. Coming down to test that pre-market high again. That's my last trade of the day for sure. I think I'm gonna wrap up there. But I might watch for a little bit. I might watch price action for the next 10 minutes or so. See if I can't watch this a little bit and understand what's going on. I'm really just trying to learn. But it did sweep that liquidity. I actually hit like the perfect top, which makes me a little nervous on that. Because it's coming down into the area where my stop was. Just realized how close that could have been to not hitting my take profit and then getting stopped out. That would have been a real bummer. My stop loss was like right here. 68, I think it was. Waking up early is doing its dirty work to me. I need to start charting ES as well. ES did the same thing. Oh man, yeah, ES had those equal lows, relative equal lows, swept them. And then what did it have above it? Yeah, kind of these like equal highs in here, huh? And it swept that. Now it's kind of chopping, but it looks like it wants to go higher. Like I said, we got a fair value gap here, we got one here, we got one here. Nothing really below it, so it looks like it wants to go up. But I could be wrong. Anybody here trade ICT? Know more than me about ICT? I'm doing the 2024 ICT mentorship that he has on his YouTube channel. And I don't think that I don't know. I'm not planning on going full like ICT. I really like volume price analysis. I think it makes a lot of sense in my brain, but I do find it very valuable to learn about like liquidity and where price wants to go. Obviously that helps with trading. So I'm trying to learn that and then incorporate it so that I can use it for like bigger moves, longer term targets. So if I see something like this, right, we come down, sweep that low, and then start heading up, getting an idea of, all right, we're likely to sweep these relative equal highs, and we did. Just identifying that earlier, getting a better entry would have been all the difference, because I got 20 points. 20 points on 5 contracts, $200, a little over 200, not bad. Ideally, I want to get 30 points. So it's a little smaller win than I'd like, but the account's doing all right. You know, we're almost. If I get another decent day tomorrow, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, so if I in the week decent, I could be right back around halfway to getting this account funded. Right, I need 1,500 is halfway, 3,000 is the challenge total. So if I get another little like 320 win or so, that's right at halfway. So we're on track. We're doing all right. All right, guys. I hope you have a great day. I'm out of here.